Oh.
I think persuading him to help is going to be a chore.
I'll do it.
I'll run back in. Wait, I forgot breakfast, and I'll grab some sausages and turn around and start running back out.
As he's running out, I'll legitimately just throw whatever the nearest thing next to me is at him.
Yeah, we can take that with us. Let's just go.
You know what? Maybe this is better to be done on the road.
Perhaps.
It's not like we can
Just
go anywhere other than
won't
listen to you.
We just won't tell him we're going further south.
Oh boy.
What? We're going what? Huh?
Nothing.
As you run out, Korgath, you don't hear it, but Sam kind of lifts his hangover head off the table, like, you forgot your towel.
Forgot
Towel?
what?
Towel.
Towel.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he's even talking about.
Towels exist.
Don't forget to bring a towel.
I'm not going to get high. I'm getting the fuck out of town.
You rest up, Mr. Sam, and have some hair of the dog or something.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing equality to the nation above all. And all that.
Oh yeah, we did do that, didn't we? Didn't we,
Oh,
heroes?
yeah.
Didn't we? Good job, us. I am the Slayer of William. Oh, it feels good to be this great.
Or does
No,
it
I don't
determine
exactly
who's
remember
right?
you.
What's that?
It only
Ralph
determines
stops
who's
in the
left.
middle of a sentence, puts a finger to his mouth, and just goes and collects the bullet bones and goes and gets a cart and horses.
I ran out with the bag of holding and everything. I'm just like, bye! Going home! Get the fuck out of this town!
So,
Well, now I have to fight Korgath because he has a bag of holding legitimately, so...
Shit, we need bags of holding.
as
Might trade you for an egg.
as you start equipping up your mounts and getting ready to move off to wherever your destination is, who else shows up but Camellia and Radovan?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Z is
Hey.
giving Princess so many, rubs right now.
Naomi
Oh, I've missed you, girl.
starts loudly booing and pointing.
Yes, we know. Look. You did good out there. And
No, we did great.
you did great out there.
Thank you.
Well,
I will say this is the first time I've ever jumped off a building.
it looked fantastic, let me tell you that, Radovan says. It's definitely something that goes in my journal. If not something I publish.
Oh, you're writing a book?
Well, yes, that's what I do.
Well, don't forget the part where, as he was trying to monologue, I pushed William's face into the water and drowned him. Just me.
Yes, I'm sure he was going to say something vastly poetic, but who cares, right? He's dead.
Exactly. You know, you're not
No
half
one
bad.
likes when the villain monologues for 13 minutes before he dies. It's
Yeah.
rather cliche.
Yes, I always thought so. I tend to avoid that whenever I write things. Regardless, our compadre, Shaggy, well, he got a little bit spooked by all this, and now nobody knows where he is. But Camellia had an idea. And Camellia kind of clears her throat and gives you a very formal bow, Naomi. You're actually kind of taken aback by how well she does this. It's a Crescent bow.
Look at you all popping up out of nowhere today.
Well, I figured you would want to get to attend your own business, and you should be able to. And I will do
No,
everything.
and we are going to.
You are going to. and I will be doing everything I can to keep people off of your backs. But as I mentioned before, our trial against Cecil Florentine is going to be coming to a head within the next few weeks. They'll be calling for you all to show up and testify.
Mm-mm.
I know, and I think that you are more useful not doing that.
I don't really care what you think anymore, but
I know. But what about going over to Crescent? For one thing, we would get to talk to your Kiaton about the eggs. For another, you wouldn't have to spend the next 6 months of your life going in and out of the courts testifying against Cecil as he drags on appeal after appeal.
As she's talking, you know the face that Pikachu makes in Detective Pikachu, the wrinkly Pikachu face.
Yeah.
That's the face. That's the face Naomi's starting to make as she just listens to this.
Look, I'll cut to the chase here. When you're ready, meet us at the university. And if you want, we'll get you over to Crescent free of charge.
we've got a boat.
Yeah, we don't need you. And we have other business to take care of first anyway.
What?
Yeah, we gotta.
What?
It's just a short thing. It'll
What?
probably involve some bloodletting. You'll have fun.
Alright, well, if you truly intend to separate yourself entirely from official Centra, that is your prerogative. But we just recovered a black dragon egg.
Gotcha.
Now have all of our attention.
That's how they get you. That's how they get you.
Naomi actually draws her sword at this. A little light pink katana just appears in her hand in thin air. She starts waving it dangerously at this bitch.
And this bitch just stands there stoically.
What? We're
What are
gonna
you
start
talking about?
doing
You just
that now?
found another egg. Are you serious?
Hellfang, ever heard of him?
That cute little pirate?
Yes, turns out he's rather sloppy. Left it behind on a shipwreck. Didn't see its value.
And you just have it.
We do.
You just have it.
You just go
There's
around
no-
looking at
there's no-
shipwrecks.
There's no thing to do. There's no exterior motive here. You just have an egg.
Believe it or not, you are not the only agents that I work with.
Just the best.
Sure.
I mean, cleaning
Wait,
up
and
your
am I
mess.
am I an
Cleaning
agent
up your
now?
mess is not working with you. I'm sorry. You really need to work on your verbiage. Being a liar does not become you.
Very well.
What?
But yes, we do have several people under our employ. Former Talons now, but central business. And yes, we do have people out making negotiations abroad.
And so what?
And
What
so-
now? When are you going to give it to us? When are you going to deliver it to us free of charge while we sit here, probably having you pay for our room and board, eating up all the food? When does that happen?
I mean, we've already been kind of doing that last
We
part.
can keep doing it. We can keep doing it.
Not here.
We have to stop doing it. Well, obviously not here. I hate this place. But
How about whenever you're finished with whatever business you have on this continent?
It shouldn't take us too long.
I don't have a choice. So, whenever I'm done helping out this very awesome person named Ralph, I will go, I guess, meet up with you.
Of course. We'll be at the university.
Oh, God.
And, Z, Camellia says, your
Yeah.
dad is, rather worried.
I do have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who has the egg right now?
It is in the hands of, Rupert Puddlefoot at the moment.
Oh, God.
Mm.
He was that short guy who showed up at the house a while back, right?
He was.
Terrible musician, really.
Yeah.
Yes, he,
Inspirational at times, though.
He was rather a character, wasn't he? Well, he went out to do his own business, and I kind of tapped him because I got word of Hellfang's activity
Oh,
out
I
on the East
bet you
Coast.
did, Camellia. I bet you did.
Oh
Oh.
God.
I bet you did. He
Cer-
likes. He
certainly
has a
not
way
my
with the
type.
ladies.
Certainly not my type.
Has a way with the ladies.
She has this like prudish look about her.
It's okay. I'm not judging.
Okay, so when are you going to go get that from him and deliver it to us?
He is bringing it to the university. You might very well bump into him.
What if I don't want to? What if I just want the egg? What if I don't want to go to the university,
Well, then don't.
but I need the egg? So, I mean, one could argue, it could be argued that you definitely owe every single person in this little party your life, the life of everyone in this city.
Well, sure. And let me tell you about what I've been doing for you so far.
Is it getting me the egg?
Here we go.
Is it getting me the egg?
Yes.
Like, delivering it to me, not me going to your place of choosing to do what you want and pick it up.
Yes, physically giving you the egg, giving you the means to go to your homeland.
And you can do that in a different port of call, and not that horrific school full of idiots.
Sure.
Correct? Awesome. So we don't have to go to the
Maybe
university.
Z wants to see his daddy.
Z's gonna get yelled at if we go there. You don't want to be yelled at, do you?
Radovan.
I should see my dad soon. Otherwise, I think he may have a stroke. Just out of pure stress. Like, he's stressed when midterms come up. But I'm. How's his
Naomi
hair
puts-
looking?
Naomi puts a little reassuring hand on Z and goes, when some people get old, this is just what happens to them.
He's not
They get-
that old.
They get
Z
sick and he
squints.
dies, Z. And it's
Z
just
squints.
maybe his time to go.
Wow.
No!
It probably is.
No, he's not that old. I don't think. Z
For a
kind
gnome.
of like
He might be.
Z kind of like clenches his fist and like bites his finger as he realizes he doesn't actually know how old his dad is. He knows his birthday. Never really checked. It's always been kind of dad age, you know. Dad age.
You know, spry young 108.
So, I mean, if
Yeah.
we go there and he stresses out because he sees you, that might be what puts him over the edge. You might
No,
kill him,
I think-
Z.
No. He's not
I
gonna
would
die from
like
seeing
to
me, but
point out that's not physically possible.
Shut up! Minion, I thought you were supposed to be my minion here. Why are you undermining me? This is horrible.
like he pinches his brow. We'll go see Dad after helping out Mr. Raoul. You don't
I'm
have to
not
go talk to
stepping-
him, but
I'm
I
not stepping foot in that college. That's not happening.
We all don't have to. Only a few of us need to go in.
can say with
Hey,
the
I
Leave
Sandiacs.
and stay the night
I can get an
outside.
egg again. Ha ha ha.
If you don't go, then Mr. Korgath will get the egg. Or
I
Mr.
mean,
Raoul.
I
Mr.
will
Smiley.
retrieve the egg. How does that sound?
That sounds amicable to me.
Has he got like 2 eggs? Right? How are you even gonna carry 3?
Don't worry about it.
Well, if you didn't notice, and Raoul pulls one of the pistols out of his bag, she was using me as a pocket. For some unfathomable reason, he puts the pistol down next to the bullet bones.
You are pretty strong.
I mean, I've got this bag we can put lots of stuff in.
Do
I
you,
don't think
though?
it'll fit the full skeleton.
Is that a bag of pudding? Oh, is that a bag of lots of stuff?
I think it's
God.
called a bag of holding.
That's not very descriptive.
It's a bag of holding things.
Oh, whatever. I make up my own words, so yeah. That's what I say it is, and that's what it is.
It should be called a bag of containing.
That's
'cause
what I
doesn't
say
really,
it
hold-
is!
Ah!
One might just call it a bag. Jeez.
Put shit in it.
Anyway.
Okay, so fine. We're gonna help out Ral. Then we're gonna go to the university.
When do we get a vacation?
I mean, we'll be on a boat for a week,
Yeah.
2
Yeah,
weeks.
Get a bunch of sea, bunch of sun.
Bad shit happens on the boat.
I mean, a week?
More-
By boat?
More like a month.
Yeah.
A month on a boat.
Month minimum, maybe like 2. We probably have to go around to coast to restock
That
at
makes
ports.
me think, Naomi, they don't speak the same language they do here.
Nope.
Oh, that'll be wonderful. New language to learn.
Oh, that sounds like study.
Radovan smiles. Well, not to worry. We have some of the college's best linguists available to teach you on the way.
Some of the best
They're
what?
quite
Just-
cunning.
Linguists.
What?
Cunningly.
They're people who study languages
Uh,
and how to speak them. Don't
I'm
worry.
not.
The Crescent language is actually quite beautiful.
I'm not.
Camellia mutters something about weeaboo under her breath.
Pikachu? What?
Nothing.
I mage hand. Is she wearing like a cloak?
Yeah.
I mage hand her cloak over her head.
She doesn't look refined at all as she kind of like struggles to get it off her head.
That's
The
some
best
funny
use of Mage
shit.
Hand is just pushing a pillow into someone's face, like, shh, shh. Sleep time now.
But for now, I'll continue to block the summons that are trying to head to you. to
Well, they
get
can
you to
try.
come
We shouldn't be too long in Toppin. I imagine maybe a day or so there. If that.
Heard that shit before.
in. She nods.
To be fair, we were only here 3 days.
3 days too many.
Well, it was 3 days that we were supposed to be here.
No.
Or you said you were supposed to be. Anyway.
And somehow within that time frame, we all almost died. Fantastic. Oh, and some
Multiple
of us
times.
did die.
Multiple. Yeah. Twice.
Why, Nag died. Korgath died.
Music stops.
Smiley died.
Gorgath almost died again.
William died by my hand. Like, a
Huh,
lot
what?
of people died in the last 3 days.
Yes.
Your
But
dad will probably be happy that I didn't die.
Vanessa Florentine has pledged to take things from here. And by all accounts, she seems to be on the ball with that.
It makes me think Mr. Smiley hasn't left his room this morning.
Radovan gives a coy smile. Oh, he left all right. With Vanessa.
Oh,
That motherfucker.
He's laying anchor. Get it?
Oh,
That pledge wasn't the only thing she was
True.
taking, am I right?
Oh, damn.
Golly.
oh you know.
Ral is just very confused.
I'll lean over and whisper into Rouse ear what they're talking about.
Oh,
Euphemism.
I forget euphemisms and slang.
Well, what is
He is
it?
making the.
Euphemism, something they say that doesn't mean what they are saying, but means something entirely.
Oh, the old misdirect.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know, the implication.
This is a. After Z says that, his face is currently frozen like this.
But you know, Mr. Smiley.
Gaze
Radovan
upon the-
says he'll certainly show up when he's needed.
Just like a real hero. Just like me.
Just fucking Z off to the side.
Durr.
I think you need to have that looked at.
I need to
Huh? Oh,
This
shit,
axe.
shit, shit. He rubs his face and it
Yes,
goes back
yes,
to normal.
have your face looked at. That is.
we need to get a move on. I need to practice hitting shit with this new weapon.
Camellia nods. Take care of your business.
Who knows? They may have
Profiles.
something shinier and topping for you.
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
Which way to Toppin?
So, looking at the map here.
You like that? How Korgath is just coming now? He doesn't ask any questions.
Yeah. I think he just doesn't care. He's just like, fuck it.
Told you I'd make it work. It's fine.
You actually have a
Fair
pretty
enough.
short trip, and the route up the mountains has been so finely established that your Sanyaks have no problem navigating it. And you arrive in Toppin towards the afternoon. Let me refill my drink real quick, though, in real life.
I will also take this time to refill my drink.
Are we there yet?
Yeah.
Good.
We've been here for like 5 hours, Mr. Korgath. What happened?
In my
Did the
happy-
amnesias hit again?
In my happy place where I walk downstairs to get a drink.
I mean, I got more booze if you want it.
I just want to leave.
Are you that excited to get on a boat?
I
I mean, I'm excited because I've never been on a boat.
I have a feeling we're not gonna have to. I thought they could take us like instantly. Poof, doom there, like insta teleportations.
Do you really
Jesus,
wanna
mate.
have the very core essence of your being shunted across the mortal planes?
I mean, that could be fun.
Do you
Yeah,
really
And
trust
if they
one of?
mess it
Okay,
up,
look at this. The people that sent us on that horrendous mission. that
You want to be on
ended
a
in
boat
literal
for a month?
I mean, if it means I
boat.
don't have to ever see these people again, yes.
Man, I was gonna go shopping. Maybe I can go shopping here.
think about it, Mr. Korgath.
I mean, did you want to
You would have a
retcon and
whole
go shopping?
month to shop in your new axe.
My name's not Mr. Korguth. It's just Korguth. I don't know where this Mr. shit keeps coming from. My first name
Oh, right.
is Korguth,
Right,
not
right.
Mr. Korguth. Just Korguth.
This is important. And before you leave, Camellia pulls out 5 bulging sacks of gold.
That is important. Never mind.
For
Naomi's
That is
opinion of her has immediately done a 180. Well, you know your place,
Not
and
that bad.
your efforts here have not gone unnoticed. So you each gain 9,000 gold.
Oh boy.
Shit.
the
How
What's
to
that?
literally multiply your gold count by in 1 second.
yeah, literally multiply mine by 10.
Bard's hater. Find out why.
Got 9. I'm up to 11K. Let's go shopping. I'm gonna make it hell up in this
If
bitch.
only they could, sell you back the memories you lost when your sword was shattered, Naomi says.
I don't actually know I can carry 9,000 gold. I guess I can just keep it on the
Convert to
sand yak.
platinum.
It's like RuneScape.
That's true.
You just turn it into a note.
Yeah.
You got a note for 9,000. Any bank will recognize it as being good to.
Here, I'll hold your gold for you, Z. Here, just put it in my bag of holding.
Is he-
things.
Z just like eats the coins and then spits out 900 platinum. You don't know how he did it, but he's 900 platinum. It's fine.
All right.
He's a.
Body and alchemical transmutor.
I mean, have you seen what he does? I don't know.
Yo, make me a little
I swore
fucking
never to
like
cut open a
kangaroo
living
pouch
person,
so
but
I
I
can
swear
shit.
every day I spend. It
Dude,
makes
are we
me
going?
want to do it
Is
even
it-
more.
You want me to?
Huh?
Hmm?
I'm pretty good at it.
Please do not cut me open. We've had such good times
No.
together.
This
He
would
can
be
just-
surgically. It would be
He
fine.
can just do it on his own. He's magic. Look at him. He turns his arms and all kinds of weird crap.
I
Just make
mean,
a little pouch. And don't
it's
make
like
it wet. I just want to sit there and
That
like a normal pouch.
It's
would
like
be
surgical.
interesting. No, what you do is brutal.
What I do is an art.
I like to
An
imagine
art,
Z
but
actually
brutish.
makes a kangaroo pouch for Naomi. Just sits in it.
What?
Riding in style.
Wow.
Little hat and sunglasses. What? He's way faster than you are.
You don't have as good a view though.
It's okay. You don't
We're on
like
Man, I could-
Sanyaks. It doesn't matter. So go right on Princess Fluffy Bottoms.
It's okay, princess. He doesn't mean to make you sound like an inferior option.
But you, yeah.
Raoul's just sitting in the cart, looking at the bones and running mathematical equations on.
But for real, are we there yet?
I think DJ might be muted. I see him keep.
Wait, I shouldn't be muted. If I'm muted, there's a
No, you're
problem.
not. You're fine.
No, you are.
No, you're fine now.
Okay.
Although, out of character, Korgath, you did say you wanted to do shopping.
I can
Before
do
we
it in
left?
Toppin, or I can do it at the
Yeah.
university. I just want to get some clothes before we leave. I got some plans for some attire to help me fit in.
Out of game.
And I hate to dodge real quick, but emergency just came up, so I'll be right back.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely. Out of game. Just save that gold for actually getting underway in Chapter 2, and you see all the shiny new stuff that's in Crescent. Probably. Toby's not available right now.
The
Toby!
Toby is. Meanwhile, Toby's just like how to speak Crescent for beginners. He's like
Yeah.
leafing through it.
For the
Toby!
first time,
He will,
Toby
in
does
fact-
not respond.
Toby's
He will in fact be the first. He will be the first NPC we come across, welcoming us at the docks. Konnichiwa, Baka Gaijins, just in full like samurai garb, with a little fan tucked into his like belt.
He doesn't
His
even
hair
need us
done up
on the
into a-
docks. It's like day 5 of the boat. Haven't seen him, but he just walks out into the mess hall middle of the day.
There's the sound of like the taiko drums, like dung 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 dung, and he appears as like a.
Nani?
God.
Puff of smoke, and Toby's just there at her table. What are
Toby
you
has spent the
buying?
last 5 days researching the No Theater.
I punch! I'm gonna punch Toby, and if he sneaks up on me, I'm gonna punch him.
Oh God. Yeah.
I really
so,
would like to try out some new stuff, so yeah, let's fight some shit.
So yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's
Where's
true.
this lab? Let's go.
All right. So, so before he left, you got more specific notes from Sam. I know you had asked about an orc with digitigrade legs, but they didn't see that one, unfortunately. But they did see a lab inside of an alleyway in between the inn and Corsair's General Store.
Alright. Any specific names that they may have heard, or description of any elderly gentleman?
One of them said something that they were talking about Joffrey.
Wonderful.
You know this person, Mr. Rao?
I have the unfortunate pleasure.
Are we in Toppin, or are we back in Mordran again?
This conversation took place like back towards Morden, right before you guys left. But yes, so you guys arrive in Toppet. The first thing that you see as you start to go towards the mountain settlement is fields upon fields of olive farms. You figure that makes sense. It's their main export. And then you reach the settlement proper. Definitely not as urban as some of the places you've been. But
What's it smell like?
olive oil.
Ugh. Smells like hipster healthy.
It seems this place has been untouched by the recent political revolt that has taken place.
What are we looking for?
We're going to the inn across from. I already forgot what the name of the place.
I know, because it's printed on my fucking keyboard. Corsair's General Store.
I mean, that's all over my desk. I should have easily remembered that.
Hey, it's on my desk too, because it's what headset I'm wearing right now, and I've got the directions still laying there.
I mean, it's my mouse, it's my mouse pad, it's my keyboard, headset.
I'm a hodgepodge.
The inn and Corsair's General Store in the alleyway.
Let's go! Like, I'm
Let's.
ready to get us over with.
Okay. So you go to the alleyway between the two, and a bit of searching reveals a cellar. But you look at this cellar, and that cellar's not going to either of the nearby buildings. That cellar's going somewhere else entirely.
You want I should open it?
Ral walks up and is going to tear this shit off this hinge.
Oh, man.
Oh shit.
I wanted to use my... Oh, okay. I don't use it for this. I'll use it later. And I'll just put my axe back up.
You tear off the
Fine.
cellar doors, and you see stairs leading way down.
Do we have
Prepare
any torches?
yourself. This could get weird.
Oh, that's not what I was
How
looking
weird.
Mm-hmm.
Weirder than you or myself.
That's pretty weird.
for.
And down
Ral will lead the way down.
you go. All right.
I already don't like it here. The music's weird.
So, you follow the stairs down, and down, and down. The air starts to reek of formaldehyde and other chemicals. As you get towards the bottom, the walls cease to be made of rough-hewn stone, and instead are very finely smoothed plates of metal making up the walls, leading to a metal door which has been quickly padlocked with a very weak padlock.
Ral will reach up, grab the padlock, crush it, and tear it off.
Okay. You crush the padlock easily in your hands. And when you do, you hear a kind of metallic choo, choo, choo. But it stops. And the door opens. And it reveals a very strange sight to people that aren't Ral. You see metal flooring, metal walls. There are two doorways towards the back. There are two doorways towards the back. There is a metal desk at the side of the room with what looks like very destroyed equipment on top of it. There are a couple of other desks nearby that similarly have destroyed equipment around it.
Are there notes, anything?
So, you go to investigate the desks. You don't see anything in the way of handwritten notes. You see, very basic equipment. You see pencils, pens, evidence of where people used to be here, but suddenly left in a real hurry, destroying as they went. You examine some of the destroyed equipment, and it's immediately familiar to you, Ral. It's some of the strange machines they used to record their findings on.
Hmm.
The place.
What about it?
This is a lab similar to where I was made into what I am. Ral will, is the layout similar to the lab he was?
Yes, it's quite close.
He'll follow his way back to the holding areas and check all of the rooms.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So you guys got to Toppin and busted your way into this lab that you are now exploring.
Oh, we're just busting on in now.
Well, there doesn't seem
Yeah,
to
we
be
didn't have
anybody-
much choice.
There doesn't seem to be anybody home, although you did hear a metallic as Ral busted the door open. And again,
Great.
so you're making your way back towards the holding cells. As you do, you all notice lines of what look like giant glass tubes lined up against the hallway. There are imprints on each of the tubes. M0, M1, M2, M3, and M4.
What is this place?
Naomi gives Ral a wide look.
So they have at least 3 other subjects then.
The what?
We need to search this facility ground up.
You pass the tubes and you get to each of the holding cells, but all the doors are very far ajar. You remember your cell, the door was always closed tight. The only reason they'd be open is if there was nobody here.
Do we get a sense of where that's coming from?
Above you,
Look up.
ceiling.
How far up?
Really, really cramped. Like just above your head since you're so tall.
Any ventilation of any kind?
Yeah, you see some vents.
Ral will walk up the wall and look into the vent.
I've seen this movie before.
You peer in and you, see... Make a perception roll, actually. Nope. You look up, you see, a very small ventilation shaft. Whatever could... If there was something up here, it wouldn't be very big.
I guess I could fit up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Give me a lift.
Ral will hang upside down from the ceiling and grab Naomi and tear off the ventilation vent. Shove her in.
Can I get some mood music, please?
Let me see what I can do about that.
I love that you take me seriously.
Oh shit.
Okay.
That's an Alaskan field mouse.
What?
It's a
All
Bug
right.
Yourself reference.
Yes. So, you're actually crawling up in the vents?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
So you follow them up where you are currently. You see sort of your standard setup. I say that, but none of this is standard. So you see that the vents connect with each of the holding cells, piping air down into them. You kind of follow the vent back towards the room you came from, and you see a vent leading down into the main room, and you catch a glimpse of a vent heading off east towards the other door you didn't go down.
A hidden doorway. Well, is it dark down there?
Oh, it's dark as shit.
Not that that bothers me.
I imagine you guys used a mixture of dark vision and your drift globe to light it up.
I'll just send a bunch of dancing lights down the tunnel. At least not too far, but at least to like see if there's like a drop off or anything that I might be unaware of.
Do a perception roll.
Okay. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not at advantage.
You light up the vents. There's no drop off or anything that might take you by surprise.
Then I will head on down, completely ignoring the party.
Okay. So let's pan back to the party. You guys see these empty holding cells. They're labeled M0, M1, M2, M3, and M4.
Any signs of personal effects of those being held in these cells?
No. It's, as though this place got scavenged in overnight. The cot, the same kind of cot that you used to sleep on, is in the corner, overturned. And the drawers are all opened in your little personal drawers. And they are all completely empty.
They left in quite the hurry, but didn't seem to leave anything behind.
Naomi, you are crawling over what looks like a more plush room, posh even. You see what could be construed as a common room with a bunch of machines on desks, and from there, the vents lead back to a hallway. However, you are blocked by a dead-end wall when it comes to getting to this hallway from the vents.
There's nowhere further to go.
No. It strikes you as weird. You look down from where you are currently, and you can see the vent reaches the common room, and there's a door down there that ostensibly leads back to personal rooms, but the vent stops going back towards the personal rooms.
Or does it? I try to press up against the wall that supposedly would just be a dead-end vent.
Make a strength check, or athletics, I guess.
Why, when I'll just blow it up?
Okay. You blast the vent. The rest of the party, you hear a very distinct sound of a magic blast against metal. And you blast it, and you just see stone. Like,
Butts.
it's pretty separated.
You guys hear that?
Raoul will not even recognize Z and dash around the corner to where the sound.
Alright.
You get to the what looks like a research common room, and again, all too familiar. Space for workers to sit down and trade notes and do their analyses. Again, nothing but destroyed equipment and emptied desks. The door to what would be their personal chambers looks closed, with a panel next to it.
Can I see him down through the vents?
You can now, yes.
You'd hear me pipe up that the ventilation shaft doesn't go there.
Raoul will walk up the wall and free her from the ventilation and bring her down.
But ho! Tactical Naomi acquired.
I guess we should follow him.
We should probably do that.
This place is fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm getting really bad vibes from this place. What do you think this is?
Weird.
I'll ask Raoul, do you
I
think,
just said it.
do you think if any of these other people are here and like you, that maybe they're hostile?
Most of them are researchers, scientists. Well, not like myself, but you understand what I mean.
So we shouldn't try to vaporize them right away.
Preferably not until we know where the rest of them went.
What if we cut them open?
Just a little bit.
After.
Little cutty. Little cut. I'm working on this new skill called little cut. I need practice.
Maybe just a finger to start with.
Korgath used false
But first
sight.
we need to find them.
I swing for a fucking arm. I'm not swinging for a finger.
And you say there's a panel next to the door?
There is.
What kind?
It simply lights up in response to your presence, and a voice comes from it, and it says, "A fly."
Fly.
A fly in the window.
Fly.
A fly in the window of your room.
Cage.
Its wings are free.
Cage.
When I see the fly fly free, I think of
Wings.
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 The wings that fly out beyond the sky,
High.
from sky to earth to seas around.
High.
Cities of gold crash to the ground.
High.
Beneath the waves are those that swim,
Scales.
those that swim and those that float.
Scales.
From wings to scales and sea to sky,
Scales.
to those that walk.
Free.
Those that walk high on the land with scales and wings so free.
The dragons walk among us.
And when you utter those last words, the door opens.
Baseline is way
Refer
off.
to shit posting to see what Korgath's been doing this whole time.
Yeah, he's kind of staring at this and be like, the fuck? What the
Sees
fuck
back
is
to
going on?"
the post above.
And this is Raoul stone-faced, and this is coming out autonomously, monotone, like it was trained.
We couldn't have just left. We could have. I mean, we did. This is what we had to come do. Watch Mr. Roboto over here.
We
Mother
did.
gibberish.
We did kind of owe it to him. We did kind of just drag him along for the ride.
I mean, he didn't have to come. He chose to.
I had to come here.
No, I meant like to begin with.
He
We
tentatively
sort of
puts a hand.
ended up in a sewer. And Raoul will
Let's
push
just.
open the door.
I'm just glad you're not a robot anymore. Let's go.
When you open the door,
Alright.
you see
boy.
a hallway leading to 4 different rooms, but the first thing that strikes your mind is there is a huge blood stain at the hallway, and it is leading down to the back left door.
Sephiroth.
Well, no, I better check first.
I will pull out my axe.
You unsheathe your weapon and follow the bloodstain
Have it.
to the back left door. You open it up. Ral, you see Joffrey, very dead, in the corner of the room. The bed's been thrown up to the side, all of his belongings rifled through. The man is dead.
Well, if it hadn't happened when I escaped, it was bound to happen eventually.
And that is when you hear the chunk, chunk, chunk grow ever louder. And those of you out in the hallway, you turn around, and you see a monodrone. But
Oh, man.
this one, unlike the ones you've been seeing, this one is made of what looks like a smooth white polymer. Its eye is pure blue. Alright, let's do initiative rolls.
Yeah, boy. My favorite rolls are initiative rolls.
I'm so hyped for this.
You got cool stuff?
Yeah.
Me too.
Ral has
Z
had
actually
time
says that-
to make his new cool stuff.
Alright, let me see. Let me get my character sheet open. Somebody
You
said there
did
wasn't
see
gonna
my
be combat.
message about the new stuff, though, right, DJ?
Oh, I did.
Initiative.
And don't worry about it
Initiative.
much, honestly.
Oh, 19! What was my other roll? 12. Why did I get a 16?
Alright, so I'm seeing Ral at 18.
Gotta put our
Yeah, I think-
pogs on the screen or just.
I think that's the only one. Yeah, just put your pogs down.
Hmm.
Hey.
Ah,
Oh,
I'm
whatever,
huge,
good.
motherfuckers!
I'm huge.
Hold
I'm
on,
a
I can't.
He's
Huge
huge,
bitch.
quit.
We just put our characters anywhere.
Hey.
Yeah, if you want.
Good start, good start.
Why is my guy so big?
Okay,
He got them
And-
big bones.
I guess.
now the Modron will go ahead
need to-
and make its initiative roll.
Oh man, I don't.
Alright,
My whole avatar's messed up now. I don't have a sword anymore.
so you all wheel around, ready to fight, as this Modron comes up. But upon seeing you, the Modron clicks a few times, and it calls out. Ral, it's okay, son.
Ral doesn't respond, but looks tentatively at the Modron.
You can't read any emotion, of course, from the smooth polymer face. But where its right hand had become some kind of metallic instrument that looked like a weapon, it lowers it. You hear metallic sounds as it kind of comes up to a stand. It's me, it's Joffrey.
You're...
Dead. Killed by this thing.
This... He points at the Modron. This thing.
That's right.
Then how are you?
So much to say. Well, we had to get out of here in a hurry.
Obviously.
With all the conflict going on in other parts of this country, we couldn't risk staying here and having our work discovered. Besides, they had their eyes set on a place in Crescent anyway. Except for me. You know, ever since that day you escaped, I'd been having doubts about whether or not our research was the right thing. I had hoped to get a chance to talk to you about it, but I hadn't thought it would be like this. Oh. I tried opening up a back channel to the Talons to make them aware of what was happening here, but I got found out. They executed me on the spot. He points to his corpse, and you can see where the chest has been perforated by several high-velocity pieces of metal that have been flung through it.
So the others did this.
They did.
Is Nahiri with them?
F3. You should have figured you would have formed an attachment to her, staying in the same room as her. But no, she wasn't brought here. This place was sentimental to them almost. It was the site of M0, their precious Milo himself. And you, M6, just a sort of a shadow of that success. I don't think I'm explaining myself clearly enough. Let me give you the bigger picture. You can serialize a consciousness that is. You can take a whole being and represent it as a series of symbols that can then be interpreted by the right equipment. But we found out early on that this stuff, the Modron kind of clonks its own head, this is not the right stuff. It's all based on base 2 architecture, ones and zeros. No matter how many bits you throw at it, there's always going to be pieces missing. I can feel it right now. Holes in how I can think. Limitations in how I can learn. I'm not truly alive. I'm just a poor emulation. No, we learned early on that you need the real thing. You need meat, biological processing. Now that is powerful enough to interpret this stream of data. The Modron starts pacing around. Have you ever played fetch with a dog?
Don't believe so. Rao looks to the others.
I don't even know what's going on right now.
You know, this sounds an awful lot like what that other asshole was doing, and
This is the one that did this to me.
great. So what are we doing?
He is dead.
Not really. He's talking to us.
No, that's... Do you remember the meat puppet? Do you remember that horrible thing Cecil did?
Yeah.
I imagine this is something really similar.
Yes. Cecil helped us. Cecil was the first one to come up with the theory.
You know, Ralph, this is exactly what I was talking about. You see how dumb this is, right?
Dumb, but you can't
But
say
it's
that it
wrong.
isn't wrong.
It's just
Yes.
wrong.
Can I hit
You
him?
can't say that. No.
Oh. What if I just little hit him?
It's not
No.
doing anything.
The Modron emotes as strongly as it can with a little metallic shrug. Hit me if you must. I can't feel anything.
You got permission.
No. For now, much as I don't know how to interpret this feeling, I'll be honest, but I require what is left of his mind.
I can pull that out and give it to you.
I don't think you can.
No, unless you try.
Are you gonna eat his brain?
No, Z.
Okay.
I can't.
I mean,
I was
I
getting
was
really
thinking-
worried.
I was asking the same thing internally, but I was just gonna let it happen.
Is there a way you can output all of the data that you have that you can still out?
Yes, only I have one request before you leave.
We kill you.
What is that?
The Modron looks at Korgath and gives a metallic nod. This is not living. A consciousness was not meant to be distilled down to ones and zeros. I can feel the holes in my thinking. I can feel the limitations in learning. This isn't being alive. I want you to deactivate me before you leave.
I will.
Then I shall output everything I retained. The other researchers, they didn't think about this possibility, that I had created a backup of myself. And for that, I am thankful. But this is the smallest price I could pay for what I have done. And I had heard rumors before all this went down. You had some contact with M0, right?
Zero.
Milo.
Did Ral turns around and pulls the nag bag from his back and pulls Nag's head from the top of it.
This was the inevitable result of letting engineered babes out into the world for our own purposes. You see the Motron reach up and kind of pull aside the slit where the crystal used to be. All of that. Just
I'm
to
gonna
die.
pipe up right then and there. Why is that a thing? And I'll poke the little hole.
You could think of it as sort of a universal slot for a consciousness. Like I said, it takes more than machinery, more than ones and zeros. It takes actual functional brain with actual functional memories. And so we started using the fact that Fae seemed to be infinitely crossbreedable, and a heavy helping of the arcane to make it happen. And we started adding on to them.
Yeah, okay, but the intent.
Joffrey gives a big sigh. that went beyond me. But the theory was, you slide a crystal in that, and that person shares their consciousness with a bona fide dragon.
And so that is what Nag was experiencing. At least to some degree.
Well, that's very upsetting. And you're telling me you have no idea why these people would be engineered? You know what? I'll retcon that. She's the word "people" is dripping with some sarcasm there.
Control, curiosity. Those who want to prove God is real, those who want to prove God is not real. There's always going to be those people. And I was one of them.
How does it feel? Well, never mind. Oh boy. This place is a giant waste of potential. Now what, Raoul? What are we gonna do now?
Once we finish getting all the information he has, we will shut him down and we will go to Crescent after we visit Woodbine.
The city of Junction, on the eastern coast of Crescent. It's Junction that they went to. There's a good chance they have Nahiri still.
Naomi starts to swear in Crescent. You guys just can't make this easy.
And what was the name of the city? And
Junction. Let me just fucking...
Oh,
I'm very surprised how close I got to that.
I thought you were saying junction, and I was like,
No,
oh,
you-
okay.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Or-
yeah.
Poorly Englishized Mandarin, that's all.
I thought it was like
Oh,
junction.
okay.
Like,
Yeah, that's what I
I'm
was
at a
thinking
junction
too.
in the road.
Yeah, no, I thought it was like the name of the, like a title of the city, not like the city name.
Oh, I am gonna have to do
The
some
city of
work when it comes to making places pronounce. Oh fuck! Why'd I do this to myself?
Look, if I can pronounce like
Sake.
Arabic names pretty good, you can do it.
Hiroshima.
I assume you know where Junction is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we have a location.
That would be 4 eggs. Isn't that awesome?
How many are there?
If they have an egg, do they?
I would imagine they do.
There,
Do you really think they'd scuttle the place and just leave without having something of importance?
there was a red egg that we had hoped to move into the next
Yep,
phase
yep,
of testing
yep,
with.
yep. The dead robot says so. Well, there we go. Guess
Thought we
have to
had
leave
the
now.
red one already.
There can
Yeah, there might be multiple red eggs.
No.
No.
There can be only one.
One of
Shit.
each color. So let's see. We got
Yep.
the green egg. We got green egg, red egg, black egg, blue egg, white egg. Maybe. We're gonna go different. We're gonna go get the classic D&D dragon colors.
No.
You know the existence of a white egg. You currently
Uh.
are possessing a red and a green one. Camellia talked
Correct.
about finding a black one, and the robot just now mentioned a second red one.
Nope, I'm calling bullshit.
On my word, okay. Shit, I was
No,
wrong.
on the
Fuck.
on the
It's-
robot's word.
Shit.
I mean, Korgeth is a god.
That's
so-
right. I would know.
It turns out they were a little bit colorblind the entire time. It's actually more of like an orange egg.
It's like a cyan.
Yeah.
But no, for serious, I assume that they have another.
Yes, a red egg that we had hoped to move into the next phase of testing with soon.
What was going to be the next phase of testing?
Live testing. We recover M0. No, that's not going to happen now. Points to the corpse of Nag. And we stick it in.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. At least take him out to dinner first.
This M0 or Nag, as these people came to know him, had already had, was it the green egg in his
Mhm.
head for
Yes,
some time.
Nag had gotten pretty far out of pocket and only resurfaced briefly during that incident at Cecil's Manor. We had hoped to apprehend him shortly after, but again, he went out of pocket, and now he turns up. Quite dead.
Oh no, you don't get to experiment on somebody anymore.
Well, if he had put the green crystal in, who knows what he had experienced. We hadn't really gotten that far in our own research. M6, Joffrey says. Yours should be coming in soon, if it hasn't already.
Uh-oh.
What should be coming in?
Ral will open the orifice in his forehead.
It's-
Yeah.
Yep.
You hear a very... As much as a Modron can sigh, you hear that sound from the Modron. Yeah.
It sounds like the Minecraft villager.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Now we're all sons of bitches, he says.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I'll
I
upload
believe
everything
he refers
else.
to the scientists.
I'll upload everything else into a format that you can take outside.
Give him your USB.
Rather, he pulls up a blank journal, and a Modron hand starts to write in it at blazing speed. You're surprised that he doesn't scratch the paper at all. It's like a robot.
A little bit of smoke coming off.
Yeah. I'm transcribing everything down into handwritten notes. I don't think you'll have much luck with anything base 2 encoded on the surface. And once that's done, he hands it over.
Ral will take it and look at this Joffrey Modron for a moment. Tell me, which one is the head researcher now? Carl Frey. I never liked that one.
Why is that?
You like this guy, though?
No, to be honest, I didn't like any of them. I did what I had to survive.
I mean, they can't even call you by your name, despite the fact that they fucked you over from birth.
M6 was my name.
No, I think we're gonna go
Ralorian
with Ralph from now
Zarboso
on.
was a pet name that Joffrey gave.
You want a different name?
I am fine with the one I have.
We can call you, like, Joe or Coral.
And Ral will put his
Squeaky.
fist through the eye of this Modron and
Oh,
tear
man,
out its
no,
core.
don't kill him!
This is the guy who literally wanted to kill him.
I want to do it!
No. This is his kill. He deserves this. Let him
I
have
didn't
it.
even get to kill William. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, I think they. Oh, is that admission?
I'm not talking about it. He was already at 0. That was over.
Right,
It was
no.
over.
He was at 1.
He was
Naomi
over.
is the victor.
No.
So anyway, well, I guess this is over.
So we
Do you
can
think
leave.
there's worth? Do you think there's anything worth scavenging while we're here? Or they probably took everything that they needed.
There may
Oh,
be
should've-
something left, but likely not anything of major value. But it would
So we-
not be a bad idea to search every nook and cranny.
I'm gonna go look in every nook and fucking cranny.
Same.
Oh, Snoop.
They were thorough as shit. Pretty much all you can find is scrap metal and like cots, maybe a few pencils.
Still rolling.
Korgath, you
I can't even find my way the fuck out of here.
you find this strange creature that has 3 tails and fox ears and is attached to Naomi.
Hey guys, look what I found. I'll pick it up.
I immediately.
Angry.
You know what? This has been a long time coming.
Angry fox noises.
This is, this is 21 hit.
Yeah, it fucking hits.
There, you are bit.
I'm gonna take 2 fingers and tap her on the nose and be like, bad!
Oh my
I
god.
missed. I wasn't trying to hit her though.
I'm
A
gonna
2
literally,
finger.
I'm gonna literally melt his brain and turn it inside out. Is that okay with the party?
Whoa! Wait a minute.
What? You started it.
No, I found something. I picked
Ral's
it up.
not watching.
Please don't mess with the hero of Bavol, thank you.
That painful to be held by a tail like that? Because that looks painful.
It does hurt. I don't appreciate it.
I'll let you down and I'll leave.
Good, you big crybaby.
Well, it seems they've left nothing, but we know where they are. They have a
Hey.
good friend of mine.
Doing okay, Mr. Ral?
I'm experiencing the most emotion I've had in probably all of my life. This is both difficult to process and worrying.
I'll say. This was supposed to be easy.
The Modron senses you are finished searching the place and kind of steps up to you.
Oh, I thought its head was punched in.
Did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I missed that.
as soon as he finished and we were talking about him, I punched through his eye.
He
and tore
walked
his
up.
co-
Everyone is quite perplexed.
Oh yes.
We have a 1 Modron core.
No.
Neat.
Yeah, no. That's
Oh.
just a destroyed Modron. Next to Joffrey's very,
Who will be
very
taking
dead
it, though.
body. Oh, you're taking the Modron with you? Okay.
Yes.
Very advanced polymers. Probably nothing that could be made back on the surface.
Could we turn him into armor?
No.
Could I wear a Modron as a little hat?
Yo, we could make like Saiyan
Ral-
armor for Ral.
Raul will take a little bit of the paneling and set it on Naomi's head.
Does this increase my AC, DM?
This does not. You will have to find a very skilled smith to work with material like this.
I'll put this in my little hefty-looking jingly-jangly backpack.
Probably go after Mr. Korgath before he wrestles the town or something like that, just to get a fight. When I say wrestles the town, I mean just
The
picks
whole
up the town and just wrestles a building like, come on!
No, I'm just left. I'm on my
Yep.
Sanya, kidding out of town. I'm done in this place.
So your
Howdy.
time in the lab done, you emerge back to Toppin. And your senses clear from the smell of formaldehyde and ozone. And from the silence, you hear once again the sound of a. You hear the sound of a smith working away on his metal. You hear a tanner carving away at his leather. People doing trade on the streets, and things return back to normal.
I tell Ral, I guess whenever we get a moment to be private, that if he wants to talk about this, we could do so later, I guess.
Apparently it was right next to our
Sorry. I was being told that we were getting raided on Ark, and it turns out that somebody just walked into our base with a bunch of C4 and fucking.
Yeah, that's how it rolls in Ark. Welcome to Ark.
I'll do it in
But
But no, this is horrible. These people are horrible.
no
You're
doubt.
kind of horrible.
Thank you.
Well, I mean your whole existence and everything. Don't not to be, no offense, but you're kind of a mistake. So
I feel like I've heard more than a few parents tell that to their children.
yeah, but you're the kind that could cause like worldwide calamity. So
I will keep that in mind.
you seem nice enough. What about your friends?
Last I met, Nahiri was one of the kindest people I ever met.
So
What
what do you
she's
think
like
would have
now, I
killed
cannot.
your previous researcher buddy and then shunted themselves off to the other side of the world?
To be honest with you, I hardly remember what most of these machines do. I hardly remember what they did to me. The
You're
most I
making it
do
very difficult
remember
to
is
help you.
waking up in a vat thinking I couldn't breathe. And realizing for the first time I had gills, where in one point I did not.
Now you have a big hole in your head. How neat.
Yes, wonderful, and Ral will blink it several times.
Oh, stop that. That's disgusting.
I want to do
I
that too.
thought
He
it
makes
was something
a hole
like
and
a
also
joke.
makes slapping sounds.
God.
Hey, he learns my imitation. We are a body of freaks.
Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
I think that we should probably not carry these eggs on us anymore. And I think I know who to ask to hold on to them in the meantime.
I do think we should go and retrieve the black one at least.
Yeah. Yeah, we should do that. I mean, that's gonna happen. As in, if we don't have business here anymore, let's get going.
Yes.
I don't want to go
Let's.
there. Korgath doesn't want to go there. Z's dad is probably gonna die. So we should probably get it over with
He
as
will
soon as
not
possible.
I think my dad's gonna die.
Because
I don't appreciate that.
you're gonna stress him out. He's gonna see you. He's gonna stress out. He's gonna die. Massive
I mean,
gnomish heart failure. It'll pop right out of his third eye.
and we just cast Disintegrate on Jacko, like from behind, and Z watches him turn to dust before his very eyes.
I don't feel so good.
Jocko. She beat me to it. Damn it.
Oh no.
I just like disintegrating Jocko.
Not the DM's piece, like the. Aye.
That's it. Dead. He's dead.
I put
Alright.
the Jocko hat on. Now I'm the head of the school.
So, you're university bound?
It seems
I
so.
have been for a while now.
Alright. So, you get to the outskirts of the university and you hear Z, and this gnome just runs up and fucking tackles Z off of his sand yak and squeezes him. Oh
This
my
is it.
god!
This is the death throw. It's happening.
Dead! When can you jump that high?
I don't know! God, I'm never leaving you out of my sight again.
Dad, it's fine. I'm fine.
Oh, that's
You should see
funny.
the other guys. They're like way worse.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
your son killed like 3 people.
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't kill anyone. They're lying, Dad.
So many people.
No.
He ignited a civil war. It was horrible.
What? Dad.
Yep.
No. I had nothing to do. Look, we saved your city.
What
It-
What is that?
Z, how big was the T-Rex that you punched?
I didn't even get it dibs on that T-Rex. Z looks kind of sad. I really wanted to punch it though. Oh, I could still put up a fight. I heard.
How far off that building did you fall?
Okay, that's not fair because that actually happened.
All 3 of
But hey,
Jocko's
okay,
off.
that's
Oh,
also not fair because I've jumped off the university building so many times before. It's not even an issue.
I know, and I hate it every time you do it.
I never
Oh
get
my
hurt.
God.
The ground is worse off for wear than me. I
Ugh.
land in the dirt.
Look,
Do
I
not worry, though, Professor Birds. I kept my eye on him for you.
thank you, Raul. Oh,
Nag is dead.
I had heard that Camellia was able to send a couple of pigeons before she had to stop sending them all of a sudden. I imagine.
Raul has a giant hole in his head.
What is it?
Don't.
Also, we're going to go do the thing that I said from the very beginning, before you got half of our friends killed and started a civil war on our behalf.
Yeah, that's really unfair of my dad. Like, he didn't start anything. We sent us there. No, you be nice to my dad. He's my dad. And Z picks up Jacko, like, defensively. Holds him.
He clings on to Z. That's right. Listen to my son.
I guess we're gonna have to kill them both.
It's the only way, Corgat.
Look, I
He
didn't know.
Takes a step back.
I didn't know any of that was going to happen. I just wanted to get more information, and Shaggy was the only wizard I know that had studied draconic magic that intensely.
Really,
But
there
he-
was no
but he-
other option.
There is no other option.
no
other than
other
the one
options.
even though I presented you with one,
Look,
Still
no
mad
other
at you
option.
for fighting me, but there was no other options.
look. Jocko dangles from Z's grip and looks apologetically at Naomi. Look,
Everything's coming up Naomi. I love
And
it.
Naomi, why Naomi? Her best friend didn't get killed.
maybe I dismissed your idea as superstition, and maybe that was incredibly wrong of me. Okay, definitely
No.
it was.
I want you to say that you are stupid, and that I am smarter than you.
I am stupid, and you
Wow.
are smarter than me.
Dad, don't say that.
I
Don't
like
just
this
give in to
place.
her like that.
Boom
I'm gonna go
shot.
find something to eat. See you guys later. Let me know when what's her name, the Cape one, comes up with the egg that she owes me. Because now that I have the other 2, 3 would be perfect.
No,
and
I don't think
glare
she's
at
been holding
Jocko
up-
as I'm walking away.
By the way, as Jacko's been talking, he's been like Z has been lifting him up to like adjust the height levels to who he's talking with.
Yes.
So if you talk to Korgath, he's like you're like at Korgath eye level, and as you talk to Naomi, you're like down on the ground again.
Yes.
That's good. I don't like punching people that are shorter than me. Hold
And
him up here eye level.
And he just kind of allows that to happen and is dangling there as he apologizes to each of you. Naomi, you wander off and go to the dining hall, which is full of college dining hall food. So you know how that
Where's-
goes.
Where's that black egg, Jocko? We can't let Naomi have it.
Rupert was going to deliver it this afternoon. Should be here
I'll
soon.
I will hold on to the black egg.
Oh, right. So you all are going off to Crescent to talk to Kiaton, right?
Who? What?
Well, that's what Camellia was talking about.
Who?
We are going to Crescent for multiple reasons.
Sounds like it.
I don't know who Camellia is.
Yes, you do.
You're not even there.
But you literally know this character probably
Nope, I
better
don't
than
know
anyone
who.
else in the party.
Who are you talking about?
Look,
Oh my god.
look. Korgath is getting onto his his silver years. You know, he's
I'm getting too
forgetting
old for this
things.
shit.
Oh god, he's
We're
one
gonna
more
get off
day
the
from
boat.
retirement.
We're gonna get off the boat, and he's gonna be on like a little rocker. We'll just have to like
Whatever, I'm
need
going to the
dentures.
bookstore. Going to buy some stuff.
You find a whole lot of overpriced university printed apparel.
Looking for a shirt store, a hat store, and a glasses store.
It's all kind of the same. It's all kind of cheaply made goods with Woodpine University printed on them.
Oh god,
I
it's the one.
No, I don't want that.
It's the Parent Trap for real.
I want like a wide brim, like straw hat.
They've got wagon signs to put on the back of your carriages and whatnot. My student is an A+ student.
I'm looking for a wide brim straw hat.
Well, we got, these front build hats.
No, fuck you, no. No.
Not
God.
many of us do any farming, the student worker says.
It's to keep the sun off of me. I've heard it can cause bad spots on your skin later in life.
Why don't you just go inside? The student worker says.
I mutter under my breath as I walk away. I just want to go home
I mean,
Jacko
where people literally worship me.
Jacko lowers his voice to Z. I know you're going to Crescent, and I'm going to come with you.
Oh no.
The-
Bad trips.
Z turns Jacko around and holds him up. Dad, no, you can't come with us.
I gotta.
I would actually enjoy Mr. Birdsong's presence.
I mean,
It would
Dad.
be nice to have someone to compare notes with, and someone who has an extra opinion on my alchemical research.
And Jacko nods. Look, the truth is, Shaggy and I used to be peers, and then he retired. And as much as I like the guy, I have to be on the frontier of draconic research, and that's what this is.
Dad, but since when have you done field work? When was the last time you've been outside the university?
Oh, it was a while ago, and believe it or not, these people helped me. Well, that one there, he looks at Korgath, and Smiley's not there, so just Korgath. But yeah, my archaeology dig out at Redwall. He showed up to my response for help clearing out the spiders.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about the spiders. But, I mean, Dad, we're going to lands unknown. I mean, I'm pretty pumped for it. Because, I mean, technically any land is land unknown for me, so it's all kind of new. I mean, I'm really looking forward to getting on a boat. I heard it rocks back and forth and people get kind of sick. It's gonna be awesome.
Well, look at it like this. I'm not going as your dad. I'm going as Professor Birdsong, and I'm here to provide arcane support in matters that you might find while you're over there.
Insight check on him.
Insight check on your own father?
Insight check on my own dad. 23.
Yeah, he's telling the complete truth. You can tell
Everybody's
he's being completely
not
honest.
listening to the DM tonight. Nope, DM's
I mean-
lying.
To be fair, the line "I'm not going as your dad" that's a lie. It's a bold-faced lie, and I refuse to believe that he.
Survey says that is a lie.
Alright, so maybe I kind of want to keep one of my eyes on you.
9 out of 10 Naomi's agree. Jocko does not need to come on this trip.
I have to rather keep an eye on his son.
I'm not even there.
He won't be out in the field
Okay.
with us. He would be wherever we plan to.
Okay.
And I will
Just-
keep an eye on him for you in the field.
Just don't embarrass me in front of the really cool people, Dad.
I won't.
Nerd.
I won't. I'll stay back in hometown, and you can go out and do your field work.
Although
Well, at least your
I
heart
would
won't
like
explode
to know
now.
how you came across Z.
That is a interesting story. You see, I was playing around with draconic magic. I had just started getting into studying it since my background is in arcane. I opened up what I thought was going to be a portal from one side of campus to another, and out pops Z. And
It was me!
yes, and you were very young, and I couldn't quite figure out where you had come from. Magic is deterministic. If you give it the same inputs, you're going to get the same outputs. But in this case, that's not what happened. I tried it again and again, and the results could not be replicated, yet Z remained. And from what I could tell, he was a baby of whatever species he was. So the university kind of took him in.
And that's my backstory. Z nods.
Found in the trash.
I mean, it hasn't.
So you're like a trash panda.
Jacko scratches his
Well,
head.
no.
By all
I
accounts,
mean,
Z is a walking anomaly. He is about 40% arcane, 40% mundane, and 40% draconic.
Wait a minute.
Exactly.
Well, that gives us 2 walking anomalies, I guess. 3 if you count the void in this one's skull.
oh, I mean, who really cares? The only important thing is I got a family that loves me.
That's right. And
Even though they.
Jacko gives you a big old sentimental hug right in front of everybody.
Oh,
I'm not
Dad!
gonna embarrass you in front of your new friends. It's okay.
Dad! Z.
Naomi comes
and
back
hugs
and
back.
she's got a bunch of food stuffed in her little backpack, and she's wearing someone else's clothes.
You're pretty sure you have a
Drink.
charge on your meal card. Whatever that is.
I mean, someone has a
No,
charge
no.
on their meal card.
Someone has a charge on their meal card. Imagine she's like wearing pants as a hat. She just found pants. Just all pants. Pants shirt. Pants hat. Pants cape.
Hands back.
Korgath wanders back
Pant-
up, and he's wearing a Hawaiian shirt and sunglasses and a wide-brimmed straw hat.
Let's go. I'm ready.
It's amazing how you're rocking that look and no comment.
The shirt's not buttoned. It's just on.
Imagine it's like Kratos wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and like trying to look like he's gonna be relaxed, but it's just
It's Vegeta.
yeah, you know what? Yeah, it's just Vegeta.
It's pink shirt Vegeta. That's what it is.
It's
Are
a
we-
It says,
pink
bad, it
Hawaiian
says
shirt.
Badman on it, and that's what we're just gonna go with.
It's vacation. Let's go. It's red. It's a red Hawaiian shirt with big white flowers on it.
All right,
And
go grab some of my stuff.
with that, Camellia and Radovan and Rupert show
Oh
up.
boy.
Hello, friends. Long time no see.
Oh, Puddlefoot.
As I do my best Ares impression here for a sec. You won't believe the adventures I've been through.
Yeah, I'm sure none of. Yeah, we probably won't.
Well,
I think we've all had our fair share of adventure, even though we're about to depart on another.
oh, well, I'm afraid that's one you'll have to be going on your own. I am retiring from this adventure business.
Keep trying. Keep pulling me back in.
Oh, you know what they say, Mr. Korgath. can take the adventurer out of the adventure, but you can't take the adventure out of the adventurer.
That's right, they do say that, Jacko says enthusiastically. I think.
No one
Oh,
says
no,
I
it's
that.
saying.
feel like you just mashed words together there.
No one says that. Who are you talking to?
Can you both stay home? Both
No.
of you, just stay.
No. I've stayed
Guard
in this
the
university. Nope,
Guard
I've
it.
stayed in this university for 20 years. Not a moment longer. No.
21 won't kill you.
It
I've been
might.
here for 10.
I don't know how old I
Honestly,
am
wouldn't
relative
mind
to my
some-
species.
You look young.
Yeah, but I mean, so do gnomes until like they hit like 180, then they look like an apple.
Then
Yes.
they turn to dust.
Pretty much.
I'll nudge Naomi.
Yeah, right. So the egg, where is it?
Rupert pulls a black, smooth crystal from his bag that matches the same
Ooh.
shape as the other two you have. It's right here.
Can I have it?
Well, yes.
I don't even ask.
Raoul will
I just
take
walk
it.
over and take it. Nope.
Whoop.
I'm fast. We're gonna go for a fast move. I'll roll. I don't care. I'm rushing it.
Yeah, you managed to grab it out of Rupert's hands.
Yoink!
Wait, don't you want to hear my adventure?
Yes. Tell it to Z. He would love to hear it.
Right.
Actually, yeah, I would.
Well, so I had separated from the group to sort of find myself after everything that happened back in Cecil's Manor.
I'm just gonna tug at Ral's
I had been
arm and
having
start walking away.
I had been having dreams for a while of a weird place, and I wasn't myself. I was some weird black hat-wearing fellow with some kind of fire powder device in some mermaid's memory somewhere. But I digress. I took after Smiley and decided to take to the open seas on a merchant ship, and lo and behold, I came across a shipwreck left behind by the dread pirate Hellfang. I could see him off in the distance, and I urged our captain to go and engage with the rapscallion, but he refused. However, I did convince him to go and search the wreckage left behind, and what did I find but one of these? It looked like something that was from Cecil's Manor. Where is everybody? He looks around.
Oh, they
and
left.
everybody is gone.
Except for Z and probably a half asleep Jack. It's like
Yeah.
it's like the Majora's Mask, like old lady telling the story.
Yes. Well,
It is now nighttime. It's now nighttime. By the time you finish, like, where'd everyone go? Oh, they just left.
well, that was my grand adventure, and I hope to make many songs out of it. If you should need me, I shall be at the Indecisive Adventurer.
Should visit that tavern one day.
And
One day.
Camellia and Radovan kind of step up. Camellia says, "Well, like I said, I'll be here, keeping the red tape off of you guys. Radovan and Jocko shall be joining you on your voyage east, as will Kaela, but you'll meet her at the ship. We've arranged it on the east coast.
No offense, but you do a lot more than he does. And he seems more politically minded.
Radovan kind of furrows his brow. Well, I am a statesman and a writer, but Camellia is the one with the official title. I, believe it or not, hold no official title. I'm just a wandering traveler
I can
that
believe it.
I am just a wandering traveler that writes down his adventures. And it so happens I speak fluent Crescient, and I am very familiar with the culture that is cropped up over there. You may have heard that they're allowing people to dock at Rutin these days. In the shit, what province did I say? Fuck, I said that was
No,
important.
don't help him. He's got to figure it out now. Come on,
In the
DM, you can do it.
in the Saito
I like to
province
imagine that.
is the Saito province. I know that for sure. In the Saito province, they're allowing ships to dock there from Spiria. And that is where we shall be heading. I shall act as liaison, and I have already made arrangements. We are to get a hero's welcome. I hope you I hope you like lots of free food, very nice places to stay, and waitstaff.
That, I mean, that's really nice and welcoming at all. But why have they opened up port again? Seems kind of weird, doesn't it?
Oh, I'm sure they want something, and we'll just have to figure out what that is when we get there. For what it's worth, it allows us to get closer to what we want to figure out. So, yes, a bit of back scratching, and yes, there will be politics at play.
Oh, I hate getting political. The last time I got political, I had to deal with the Civil War.
I don't think it's anything quite like that. Alright, the political war has already happened. See, a shogunate has taken over power from what they say is a corrupt and mad Emperor Asuka.
Huh. You know, I realized something very important.
What's that?
I don't, I don't care as long as it's new.
Oh, it'll be very new for everybody involved. Right. Well,
By the way, I'm not learning a new language. By the way, I'm putting that on the board. I'm not studying. I've avoided study for 20 years, and I'm going to keep that combo going.
well, I hope Kaela is alright with that, Radovan says, making a very worried expression. She's not known for her restraint.
Well, in all honesty, I don't. I'm gonna be honest. It's so boring. Dad, like he jostles Jacko awake.
Yeah.
Dad, tell him about it the time you tried to get me to study for a week.
Uh, so that new part of the building, was, well, I mean, it used to not be on fire, and then it became on fire when I tried to, yeah. We'll see. Just try it, Z. Make a perception roll, everybody.
Can I roll at disadvantage? Because I have been tuning this shit out.
Yep. Z. You kind of notice a, human woman kind of standing near a tree near the quads where you're hanging out. That's been kind of like staring at this conversation. Definitely too old to be a student.
Uh-oh. Well, Dad, I think, and he tentatively puts Jacko down. I think I'm gonna do a bit of a jog around the university. Get my stuff. Bye. And there's just a Z-shaped cloud of dust as he literally triple moves away, so moves 150 feet in the space of like a second.
Well, right. Well, I've made arrangements with Captain Smiley, and he'll be captaining the boat, and you'll be sailing out of Hoopie. It'll just be a small crew, um, of people that we trust. Myself, Jacko says, Radovan, and Kaela. He motions to the woman that's standing over there by the tree. She doesn't like people very much. Well then, if we're all settled, I think that we should retire for the day and get ready for new waters and new horizons. And the first Spirian feat on Crescent in over 100 years. This will be very exciting.
How far is it to the boat?
Oh, on your sand yaks, it'll be about 2 weeks, and then a month long on the boat.
Jocko,
Yes.
I need the nicest alcoholic spirits that you have available.
Right. Well, Radovan kind of reaches down and covers Jocko's mouth. Don't you worry. This old goat's not going anywhere without his stash. There'll be plenty on the boat.
No, I need it now
Ah, well,
for the safety of the world and all that other jazz that you're really not great at comprehending.
Jekko looks utterly confused, but Radovan flags down the latest student. Hey there! We need some alcohol. The student looks wide-eyed. I'm not old enough. Radovan is like, don't worry, you'll get extra
No.
credit.
Not like alcohol. I need literally something amazing. I'm sure you've got some sort of potent, magical alcoholic brew stored away somewhere here that you keep to yourselves. Like, just trust me.
Well,
She doesn't actually even try to put on airs. She just looks tired of having to deal with these people.
you know, Z is a rather dab hand at it. You might try asking him. Wherever
Okay,
he
how
went.
about you try asking him? Don't you have some sort of calling card for your wayward son?
Of course I do. With a snap of his fingers, Jocko summons up a portal, and Z, you hate it when this happens. You feel a hand on your tail, and you just kind of get tugged out of wherever you went back into the conversation.
Son of a bitch!
Oh my god, galactic baby leash. This is amazing.
Z looks like. Yeah, I forgot about this.
You mean he
That
could have
portal
done that?
hasn't got.
He could have done that any time and pulled you back.
Oh,
It has a range.
it's very short range, but
Not that
yeah,
short.
Dad, please reconfigure that to make the portal bigger. It's really uncomfortable coming through
Hey,
that.
look, I made it when you were small, okay? And I haven't adjusted the magic. I'll get to it. Just been very
Well,
busy.
very lucky I'm like a semi-solid being at most times. Oh, he flips up onto his legs. Ugh.
We are the craziest bunch of motherfuckers. How did this even
I
If-
happen?
have a feeling we will only get crazier as time goes.
Should have
I
just
was
stayed
packing. What do you need, Dad? Why am I back here? I was packing.
Your
Packing.
alcohol hobby, he says.
Oh,
Naomi
Yeah,
has
what a-
requested some.
yeah, what about... Oh. Z looks to Naomi. What kind of booze you want?
The best you could possibly muster. I know
One
that's
moment.
vague, but I don't know what you
Flavor profile.
angry, robust, fire.
Robust, precise.
Yeah, I got the thing for that.
Then
Back
get
in a bit.
that and meet me. Okay, bye.
Yeah, he's just gone.
That's what I assumed. Well, I guess I'm gonna start looking around for a somewhat wide open area.
Well, you are on the quads. It's pretty wide open.
You know what? Yeah, let's get dirty in front of everyone. This will be fun. Tippity type.
I think that works. Alright. Oh, God. Okay. Z eventually comes back carrying a small black bottle. Alright. Is Naomi still here?
You see that I've been taking little doodads out of your backpack and placing them around in a very wide circular pattern on the ground.
Okay. So he walks over to Naomi, little bottle in hand. So this is probably the best booze I've crafted. I made it.
Is that it? Is that all of it, though?
This is all you need, believe me. Try not to get any of the liquid in direct sunlight because it'll probably ignite. I think Dad described this once as basically drinkable alchemist's fire. So be very careful with this bottle. Hands it to Neo.
But it's really small.
It's the finest spirits that I have. I'm sorry that I don't have it in mass quantity. I mean, if you want shit beer, I've got barrels of that.
Can we like mix it together, or would that be horrible?
Okay, how much booze do you need, and how good do you need it? Because this is the finest thing I got, and this is like half the size of your head.
Worth of your best booze.
I don't know what you're using this for, but it better be worth it. Z rolls off again. Comes back. Basically like log rolling on barrels. Alright. This is Dwarven Fire Wine. It's not as good as what I just gave you, but it's still very high quality. Each barrel is the size of Naomi. We have 3 Naomi-sized barrels.
Awesome. You're just gonna hold on to those, and I'm gonna do something, and I'm gonna invite a friend to visit, and I need you to be as respectful as possible when you offer these. Is that cool?
Yeah, alright.
Alright, don't ask him questions. Unless he, like, addresses you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Naomi puts her shamisen off of her shoulder onto the ground, and it starts to play by itself. Little mage hand spell plucking out some strings while she starts to dance around the arcane circle she has made. It is not a very it's not a very graceful dance. It's more like a bunch of buffoon-like hopping around while she waves her hands in the air, and then does little squats and scampers. And you hear a roar and peal of cacophonous laughter, seeming from far away, that seems to be getting closer and closer with the rushing sound of waves. And Naomi looks at Z with a knowing smile and is like, "Alright, be ready."
And in a puff of smoke, a giant red frog appears out of nowhere. The frog is brick red and has a surly expression upon its face. Everybody in the quads kind of stops what they're doing to look upon this spectacle, but the frog merely settles down upon the grass and sits back, crossing its arms. It takes a long drag upon a copper pipe that is within its mouth. The offering first before anything continues.
And in the most uncharacteristic mannerisms you've ever seen from Naomi so far, she does a dainty bow and says, "Ohayo go Ketsudraya-sama." And she points towards Z and says, "The offering is right here."
His mouth is just open, and from his lips, "Holy shit, that's a big frog!"
And by the time he says that, Naomi has already dashed across the yard and has slapped him upside the head.
Your friend could use to learn some respect, but I like the fight within him. This offering, though, pleases me. Yes. The frog
Z
scoops
plops
up
the barrels down.
The frog just scoops them up and settles them next to him. Very well. What is it that you request, young Kitsune?
Naomi takes the 3 dragon eggs and places them in front of him.
Trinkets.
These are not trinkets, my lord. These are what I can only assume are the echoes of the dragons themselves. The very ones you defeated.
To make sure they stay defeated. Very well. What would you have me do with them?
My father has tasked me with keeping them safe, and since my contract with you has yet to expire, I'll have you remember. I request humbly that you would take these into your care so that they may stay safe from harm while we continue on a very treacherous journey to obtain another.
Very well. The offering is fair, and the task is fair. I shall do this.
She takes an intense bow. Her head is now touching the lawn.
Your dragon eggs shall be safe with me. Summon me once more when you shall require them back.
And with a little snap from her mage hand spell, the shamisen twangs really angrily, and he vanishes again.
And off he goes in a puff of smoke, as well as the barrels of alcohol and the dragon eggs.
And without saying anything, Naomi just starts picking up all her shit from the ground and putting it back in her backpack.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? This took all my barrels! What was that?
Oh, that was, you got, what do you guys call them? A god, right. That's one of those.
He's a frog!
I
She
guess
looks
it's somewhat
straight at
humbling
Jocko,
to
right
see
in
you
the face.
prostrate yourself.
She looks Jocko right in the face, ignoring Rel, and she puts both her fingers at her eyes and then points at him and walks away.
Jocko kind of has a flabbergasted expression on his face, as does Radovan and Camellia. Kaela just, has the same kind of shitty look on her face that she always has. And Radovan kind of wanders up to the rest of the party and motions over to Naomi while she packs up her stuff, and he kind of says quietly, "She's something else, isn't she?"
You have no idea.
This is going to be a very interesting adventure.
That is
Back
an
of these minds.
understatement.
And after packing up all her stuff, she comes back over to the group and is like, that's the only time you'll ever see me do that. And don't bring it up, it's not funny. That's how you act in front of these people. So, should we ever come across them again, I suggest you do the same, because he's liable to eat you just as he would one of those barrels of beer.
The back of Z's mind. He does
I
not
will
say this
say-
out loud.
For
Z
someone
is very keen to
as
frog.
Yeah. Z
interesting
now
as yourself,
really
now.
wants to fight a frog.
What's that, Ralph?
For someone as interesting as yourself, it is amusing to see you act this way.
So they're people.
I mean, yeah. Just like you would give respect to anyone who's saved the world multiple times.
Hmm.
I think you
To
would
be
like
fair,
really-
I've made several jokes at Mr. Korgath's intelligence by meeting.
What? Korgath is
So-
the most reliable person here.
That's I just brought you 3 barrels of my best booze.
I mean, thanks for doing the bare minimum, dude.
I'm going to.
It wasn't even superb. It was just kind of, what you had on hand. I'm honestly gonna probably have to make this up to him, since that was probably not the best tribute we could have given.
I imagine you'll hear back from him.
Who knows?
Hmm.
But
Or his
as of now,
big
we don't
frog
have to
tongue.
worry about, getting mugged or robbed or falling into another civil war and letting objects of superb arcane power fall into the hands of complete strangers.
That would be
Well,
a
I
shame,
guess
wouldn't it?
a stranger to you, but I, whatever. Feels
Well.
so bad.
Jacko has collected himself at this point. The world of the arcane is quite large, and clearly I have not seen all of it. Well, I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, don't worry. I have something special planned for you if you're coming along with us.
I absolutely am.
I hope you like pie.
Joy.
I hope you like humble pie.
Oh God.
It's not the tastiest, but it's good for you.
With that, unless there is anything else pressing on the continent of Speria, I think we are well set up for our session 1.
Yeah, I'm just gonna Forrest Gump it across Speria, like just go one way till I hit the coast and then go back the other way. And just keep running for a couple of months, just because I can. One day, Z will attract a huge following and then just stop at the moment. Just like, yeah, I'm gonna go home now. I'm bored of this, and just heads back to Woodpine. All right, I'm good.
You gotta do it. I gotta go home now.
I gotta go home now. Just walks away, walks into the woods, and
I'm
disappears
tired
in a
of
rustle of leaves.
running. I am not a smart man, Jenny.
God, I haven't
But
seen that
I
movie
know
forever.
what love is. Hey, this group, though, for real, goes together like peas and motherfucking carrots.
I love this.
Yeah, yeah, we are true heroes, one and all.
You are the
We're
heroes of Terria.
basically, not to make a DBZ reference again, but we're basically the Z Fighters.
I just like to think during the whole frog scene, I was just laid out on the lawn just watching.
Yep.
I honestly think that
Sipping a Mai Tai.
Just ready to go.
I honestly think Korgath and him will become good buddies in the future.
Who? Me and Giant Frogman?
Yeah.
Ral will show Jocko the Modron that he acquired on our way to the docks.
Oh,
I mean, if he
gosh.
gives me a badass weapon, I'll be his best buddy for life.
Maybe he will. Who knows?
Jocko kind
Unless
of...
he's not getting my soul.
No, they're not like that.
Jocko looks over the Modron with intense interest. This is far more advanced than any of the models we've recovered from some of the old cities. I don't even recognize what these polymers are made of. Picks up one of the polymers. I'll have this sent to materials engineering. Your Marlowe would know more about this. But yes, this is fascinating work. It's like somebody took a regular Motron and then expanded upon it.
Very much. Apologies for the damage, but
Well, I'm sure this thing attacked you brutally, right? That's what they always do.
something like that.
I
Did
guess-
mental damage upon him. The worst kind.
We'll talk more about it later.
Yes,
Perhaps on the way to Crescent.
we have quite a ride ahead of us.
And, could I request a full alchemist equipment
Of course, anything
be
you need.
loaded into one of the boats?
Anything you need.
I would like a full workshop.
And Jocko calls to one of his understudies and gives the order, and the understudy nods. Full workshop, all the accoutrements. Anything that you could find at the university, you will find aboard the boat.
Wondrous.
And, captaining the boat, once you get there, it's Smiley himself. Yar, he says. What
Yar,
took you guys so long?
What deck do we poop on?
The poop deck, yeah, moron.
Which one's that?
Second one from the bottom. I shouldn't
I'll
speak
be
for
down
Tom.
there.
We'll let Tom do that at session 1, which is next week.
Headed to the poop deck. Gonna drop a big deuce on the boat to christen it.
For now, for now, with that, I think that we shall conclude here, and we will start session 1, the actual first session of the campaign, next week on Wednesday.
Way.
We'll cover the boat ride and your arrival in the province, the Saito province. I totally remember it. Definitely Saito province.
Let's fight a kraken.
That's not what it was.
It was. It was the Saito
No.
province. No, I wrote it down. Don't gaslight me, motherfucker.
This is how
Don't fuck with the
characters
DM
lose
lest you get
limbs.
fucked.
Yeah. So this group is awesome, and thank you guys again for coming out and playing tonight.
Yeah.
How many groups do you get to make wonderful taiko drums with Metroid themes?
This is the first. This is the first. This is awesome.
I'm not gonna say that Z didn't rock up with a bandana and a little tiny vest and big baggy pants, but he absolutely rocked up with a bandana, a tiny vest, and big poofy pants.
Raoul is still wearing his normal attire, but has a nice wide brimmed straw hat.
I know what you're talking about, Z, but I can't find a good Google image for it.
Wait, what is it?
He's talking about his new wardrobe. He's got like the little anime vest that's probably unbuttoned to show like the anime boy abs and like poofy pants.
Like it's like the vest like cuts off at his ribs. Like it wouldn't work. It's just kind of there, and then he's got big poofy.
Guys,
pants.
how do you not recognize one of the main characters from Fairy Tail? Jeez. You mean like this? Whenever it decides to load.
Nani?
Oh yeah, here we go. I found it from Dungeon Fighter. Yep, literally from Dungeon Fighter.
Yeah, basically that. But he's got a bandana and no fucking scarf.
Oh, DFO. Okay.
All right. Well, with that, thank you guys for coming out tonight for this interesting session.
Actually, you know what the best way to describe it is? Like an Aladdin outfit, but with a bandana.
There we go. Aladdin, but not Arabic. Think
Yeah.
weeb.
Yeah, that kind of explains it perfectly. He's just got a bandana instead.
So,
It's amazing how a change of
would you
hat
say,
makes you.
Would you say Aladdin? Is that what you're
Oh no!
Aladdin?
Did you mean Aladdin?
This is. Oh no! Next this next campaign is gonna be beautiful.
Yeah. Nothing bad can happen.
Oh yeah.
I'm just waiting for all just the really racist fucking pseudo Japanese. I'm counting on it.
I
No,
point at Korgath.
that's
It's not
not-
coming from me. I point at Korgath though.
That's definitely not coming from me. The DM is gonna handle this by saying, "Hey, they're all speaking Crescent," and then giving a flat accent.
What's Korgoth gonna do?
Because I'm not doing shitty Jap. I'm not doing shitty
What you-
Asian
all
accents.
I
What you
imagine-
already said you were going to do.
All I imagine is Korgath isn't even going to try and learn Crescent. He's just going to put on a weird accent. and
Korgath
speak.
screams louder than normal.
I said, where can I get some soba?
You're out of your element, Z.
Why don't you go put another shrimp on the motherfucking barbie?
Aww. Z has in fact brought all his brewing supplies and he's brewing on the ship as they go.
Go watch your toilet spin counterclockwise.
So, do we just have like an alchemist's workshop on one side and a brewery on the other?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't get them mixed up, by the way.
Smiley
That's
just Smiley just made it work somehow.
Smiley's a good
it's
guy.
below deck, of course.
Where I'm pooping.
'Cause what better place to put an alchemical station, a brewery station, below deck in low ventilated areas,
Perfect sense.
right
No,
right
Raoul would
next to
have
the
a
support
ventilation
structures of the.
hood over a couple of the areas.
Nothing bad will happen. We're level 11.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
bad ever happens at level 11.
Definitely don't get abducted by mermaids for a whole other campaign or anything like
we
that.
better not.
You won't.
But
Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice,
So where are we starting at? We're starting at the Bladed Sea and then making our way through
Uh,
the Ocken Sea.
Yeah, so the actual port, let me go over here to the Spirian continent map. If you look way out to the east, you're going to be starting out at Hopi. Way over here in Rodea.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah, so it's quite a land trek on your sand yaks as you go from Sintra at Woodpine through Rodea to get to Hopi. And that's where you meet up with Smiley. And you circle where Hopi was. Yep. And so you're not going to Cacao. Cacao is still closed off to Westerners. You're going to be going up through the Ocken Sea, around the Shroud, which this is not an actual island that people know about. This is more like a shroud you can't really sail through, or shitty things happen.
It's a bunch of mist.
It is. It's
people
mist.
just go missing near
that's
it
where the pandas
Yep.
a
live.
lot.
And you'll kind of skirt.
It's where the talking pandas live.
Yeah, the talking, walking pandas live there.
Yep, and you'll
The
kind of
do kung fu.
you'll kind of skirt around the southern edge of the tip up here at the Fujian Mountains and land at the Saito province, which is going to be right there.
Are we going to take a piss up at Blade Island?
Whoa,
Because,
whoa,
I mean, that's
whoa. Don't I have...
Think about it.
Isn't that where Archie lives?
That is where Archie is right now. Yes.
We're not pissing on no Blade Islands.
Okay. But, I mean, it's called Blade Island. Think about the blades they have to have there.
It's called that because all the mountains are super sharp, and the only thing that could possibly live there would be something with wings.
Yeah, simmer down, Phyllis.
Or someone who can climb really
Boy.
good.
No.
They're fine. You got me on board so that you have grog.
Boy.
I'm not ruling out you guys going to Blade Island at some point. But currently the ship's destination is going to be the Saito province.
Are we 17th level when we can literally destroy mountains on a whim? Echo, have that mountain roll the Constitution save. I'm using Quake covering palm on it.
Oh god.
Just shatters and turns to rubble.
Raoul would like to transform into a Tarrasque.
Oh man.
Oh, I knew it. Ral was a baby Tarask all along.
And I would like to use my instant teleportation to go back home to the north.
High level is gonna be so silly.
Bye!
Like I said, I got haste now. Now I can, in fact, just make the DBZ teleport noise when I move. So, let's have fun with that.
Rest well, Jacko. I'm gonna need your help to destroy Frieza.
Yeah, you know that works better with like Ral. Like the God damn it, go back 15 years or something like that. Rest up well, M6. I'll need your help to destroy the continent.
I mean, this is an okay
Oh, wait.
game, I guess.
Wait, does that make Ral sell?
Kinda.
Kinda, yeah.
Alright. We're gonna go find subjects M17 and M18
Oh
and
god.
have you absorb them so that you
Oh.
can become perfect Ral.
Why,
Now
do
we
I,
gotta
No.
put him into your butt funnel.
why do I have to be
Keep
Vegeta?
your perfect form.
Is it because I'm always angry?
Oh, Jesus
Kinda.
Christ. Fuck.
I mean, do you want to be Jiren? You could be Jiren.
Oh god, don't. You don't want to be the most Mary Sue of Mary Sues. Just
I just
run
want to
away.
be the Hound and leave me alone. I'm turning this back into Game
I
of
mean,
Thrones.
he could be Yamcha.
No,
I don't think. No, I don't think he's Yamcha.
I'm pretty good at my job.
I mean, so is Yamcha. He's a good baseball player. That's all he has going for him now,
He's
I
also
guess.
good at dying.
My job's not baseball. Why did this computer have to ship on the 20th? 3 weeks.
Did he show you that PC, DJ?
Yeah.
Ral built that one.